Welcome to Bharat at Cannes. We are in Cannes, the famous city on the French Riviera, and you are watching a special broadcast where we bring you all the action from the Cannes Film Festival and India's participation in it. So let's get started. Oscar, BAFTA, Golden Globe and Grammy-winning Indian music composer A.R. Rahman unveiled the first look of his musical documentary, Headhunting to Beatboxing, at the Bharat Pavilion in Cannes. The documentary is about a story of a tribe in India's far northeast that is engulfed in bloodshed and violence. The tribe resurrects itself through the healing power of music and emerges through a musical renaissance. I spoke to A.R. Rahman, besides the director and executive producers in the government of Nagaland. Take a listen. The makers of Headhunting to Beatboxing, a documentary that has come out with the support of the government of Nagaland, are here with us. Music maestro, Oscar winner, A.R. Rahman doesn't need an introduction. Mr. Mehta, Mr. Meru from the government of Nagaland, they are executive producers of the documentary, and Rohit Gupta, director of the documentary. Welcome all of you to DD India. Mr. Rahman, I'll begin with you.
I'm playing a different role, producer.
Yes.
I'm the producer of the documentary. I'm not doing music for this.
Yes.
I felt like it was a very compelling subject to be told to the world and very inspiring. So,
Absolutely. Tell us about the support of the government of Nagaland. How did you decide to support it?
Oh, actually, we had Dr. A.R. Rahman visit us during the Hornbill Festival, the legendary Hornbill Festival, and he came up with this idea that why don't we make a film, why don't we work audio-visual, and we had to be part of it. We're very excited about it, and our Chief Minister was so excited to partner with him. So we're grateful to him, and Rohit has done a fantastic job. I think this story is going to tell a new narrative about Nagas to the world.
Yes. So how was your experience directing the documentary?
It was an incredible experience. I was like an Alice in Wonderland when I went there. So it took us 5 years to come around with this whole story. Very inspiring. The transformation is incredible. You guys have to see the film eventually to know what we've managed to capture.
Definitely. Tell us more about the kind of support that the government of Nagaland has given to this documentary.
Sir has already said a lot about the Chief Minister and what the state has done. But I really want to thank all the musicians who were part of this, as part of the whole gang, to bring out their best and to really follow Sir's vision and direction, and with Rohit's help. And I think they've done an incredible job, and that's the kind of support that that they're bringing. Of course, at the end of the day, being backed by the state is a huge encouragement and inspiration for all the young people in Nagaland.
From music to filmmaking, film production, how has the transition been? Are you enjoying it?
I think it's all part of music. Sometimes, you give back. So, people have lifted me up, and sometimes it's right to spot, what needs to be shown to the world to inspire. India is such a vast, multicultural, diverse kind of a place where half the people don't even know the spelling of Nagaland. And they're asking, where is Nagaland? I said, India, the question. So I think this will put Nagaland back to the map, and we're all proud. And also it makes us commercial projects get inclusivity, In my movie, in 99 songs I'd used Shillong as a base. Part of the movie was based on Shillong, and I have this soft corner for the Northeast.
You were here for Les Masques last time around. We've also seen you walk down the red carpet. How does it feel to be back at the Bharat Pavilion?
I feel really good, and I feel really good that the Bharat Pavilion is kind of supporting this project, because it is an Indian project. It is India showing the world how to do stuff.
Expectations would be high from this documentary, given that Elephant Whisperers has already won the Oscars. What are your personal expectations and your message?
My expectations, the message, and awards, of course, can follow. If definitely welcome, but I feel like the message of it. We are from the land of Gandhi, and then Gandhiji had, we are known for the non-violence, getting freedom through non-violence, and that's one of the biggest statement of the millennium, I would say. And coming from that kind of place, showing a land which had this violent past, and coming towards music and giving beauty to the world is something fascinating.
What are the expectations of the government of Nagaland from the documentary?
It's going to tell a fresh new story. The ambition and the music talents of Nagaland is going to be told. I think it's a great privilege and honor for the musicians of Nagaland to be working with a person like Dr. A.R. Rahman. It's an honor, it's a privilege. It's going to reach out to the world. Also, we want to thank the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting for giving us this honor at Bharat Pavilion. Personal thanks to my good friend Anurag Thakurji. Yeah, so we're very grateful. But as everybody has said, the real heroes of this movie are the musicians of Nagaland. They tell a story that goes back times immemorial, and they will also tell stories of the future. So I think these are the expectations, and to promote the youth, let them flower and bloom.
When is the release expected?
We are figuring out festivals and all the stuff, and then.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us on DD India. So that was a conversation with the makers of a documentary. Expectations are high since AR Rahman and the government of Nagaland are associated with it. A panel discussion on Indian film festivals such as IFFI, or the International Film Festival of India in Goa, the Mumbai Film Festival and the Kolkata International Film Festival was held at the Bharat Pavilion of the Cannes Film Festival. The focus was on how these Indian film festivals offer an immersive experience into the dynamic world of Indian cinema while promoting cross-cultural exchanges. Here are some excerpts from it.
Actually, we started in 2004, this is now 23rd year. And we thought that we must take advantage that we have the film school, the original film school, Films Institute of India, and also the only archive, National Archive, that is in Pune. That's when they have, I think, thousands of films in archive. That's a great advantage. So it was really great advantage, and I thought that so much is there in the archive. Why not expose and see? So we decided to have Pune International Film Festival. In fact, it was some kind of a tourist seminar. So we wanted to add two more things to Pune, as a glory to Pune, and we started humbly because the first was non-competitive, and I saw, but this is for everybody, that when you have a non-competitive festival, I saw there was not much thrill. People were reluctant to come and participate. Unless they say, any award, yeah? Any money award? I said, no. So I discussed with my chief minister then. They said, no, you go ahead. And we're celebrating the 75th year of Prabhat Studio. Right. So we named the award called Prabhat Studio. And Prabhat Award, and we started. We had 20 lakhs or something. And then really it gave the whole thing, and world cinema started participating in the whole thing.
We do a private film festival for the past 7 years. We've been recognized by Government of India, the secretary, the ministers, everybody have attended, and we are purely a commercial film festival. We changed the model where we have 50 countries supporting. They give the movies for us from the consulates of our Bangalore and India. We went to another model of we don't curate the film. We go in a different direction. We ask the countries to give the best of the film. We go to the ambassador consulate and the association like FFI, South Indian Film Chamber, and we get the films from all over the consulate generals, and they come and participate, and they promote their country also to come and shoot in their place. So we make it more commercial and more networking, mainly a business. We make business to happen. That is one-to-one. We bring the producers, we bring the distributors, and we being the exhibitor, distributor, producer, we are in all the studio owner. We are in all the segments. We get the best of the directors from South, the top directors, and we bring the senior directors also, and the upcoming. We bring all the three segments. So they can connect to everybody.
Our festival is very unique because of many, many interesting aspects in it. It is hosted by Smile Foundation. It's a leading development organization, and we do it in partnership with the European Union. We have been doing it for last 10 years. The week-long festival happens in New Delhi for 7 days, but simultaneously we host it in 100 plus different locations across India. So every year we have been able to reach out to almost 500,000 active participants across the country. So we are the only non-European festival to host the European Children's Film Award. And we are also hosting UNESCO-supported CIFEJ Award. That is also very rare. We have professional films in our, professionally made films from across the globe, around 150 films. but we encourage young minds to tell their own stories through their own films.
The trailer of Telugu film Kanappa was launched in Cannes. I spoke to Vishnu Manchu, who's playing the lead role and is depicting Shiva's devotee Kanappa. Take a look. The trailer of Vishnu Manchu starer Kanappa has been released here in Cannes. We have with us Vishnu ji. Thank you for joining us on DD India. So the story of Kanappa has been told before. How challenging was it to retell it in Telugu?
Well, for me, it was a challenge for me because this generation needs to know about Kanappa, and how was it that I would tell a devotional movie? But for me, I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings and Braveheart and all those movies. So I said, why can't I make a movie like that? And for me, Kanappa, I set it up in a world like that, and the world of Kanappa is going to take people by storm. And we are very excited for the movie to release end of this year, for people to see it. We are hoping we get to the theatres by end of this year.
At the end of this year, we're looking forward to watching it. How come you selected New Zealand for shooting the locations?
See, the movie is based on the 2nd century in India, and for me, I wanted crystal clear waters, greenery, and everything. And I believe New Zealand is the last painting of gods which is intact. So the minute I saw it, I fell in love, and I felt that this is where my story is alive. This is where my story has to be told.
How was Akshay Kumar brought on board?
When I first narrated the role which I wanted Mr. Akshay to play, he was quite excited. He didn't say two things about it. And then we spoke over the phone because I was in New Zealand. I wasn't able to come to India to narrate the script to him. And he was very humble, and working with him was very enriching for me also. And I have to thank him for accepting to do the role and believing in the dream what I had.
And how was Prabhudeva zeroed in as the choreographer?
See, in the very beginning of the movie, I wanted Mr. Prabhudeva to work on the climax sequence of the movie because it requires someone who's rooted into our Indian culture and who knows about God and believes in it and who brings it out to life. And the climax sequence has a very important character which is played by my father, Mr. Mohan Babu. And to handle an actor of my father's stature and to get him to do what I wanted him to do, I wanted someone like Mr. Prabhudeva to come on board because my dad and Mr. Prabhudeva are their families. They go back for almost 40 years ago. And he brought him because Mr. Prabhudeva knew how to handle each and every actor. He's a legend himself. So that's how I requested him, and he immediately came on board.
Now the teaser has been released here in Cannes. Why did you choose Cannes for it?
I wanted the international audience to know the story of Kanappa, and also we have reached out to a lot of international distributors to release the movie, to open the movie in their countries like Korea, like Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand. And we are in talks with them, and we are hoping and praying that we have a large release in these countries too.
Thank you, Vishnuji, for speaking to us in DD India. All the very best for your movie. So that was a conversation with Vishnu Manchu, who is here for the release of the teaser of his film Kanappa. Indian dance choreographer Prabhudeva choreographed 2 songs for Kanappa. I spoke to him about his experience choreographing for the film. Take a listen. The man who is known for his choreography in India and across the world, the big entertainer Prabhudeva ji, is right here with us in Cannes. Prabhuji, thank you so much for joining us on DD India. You are here for the release of the teaser of Kanappa. Tell us how you came on board there and how has your experience been?
No, Vishnu and sir, Vishnu's father, Mohan Babu sir, is Mohan Babu sir is my elder brother, like that, and he is my younger brother. That's why one call I came.
How was the experience on the set? How was...
It was very good. They did it in New Zealand, and I loved it. It was too good, and the production value is so big. They took care of me very well. So the experience was very, very good. The song came out very well. Very happy. The director is here. The director was very happy. The production is happy. So I am happy.
So which is your favorite song in it?
Two songs are there. One is for him, for Kanappa, and one is his father, Mohan Babu sir. 2 songs are more good. And the young boy music, I asked who is the music director. He is a young boy who did it's a 7th century film. The music was modern, but yet it's in the film. It goes with the film. That was great, I thought. 2 songs are very good, very good.
How do you approach your choreography, Prabhuji? Because there's so much energy and your reflexes are so quick, and you just make sure that everyone is riveted to your dance steps. You're so magical when it comes to choreography. So how do you approach your choreography?
Oh, once we hear normally for me, once I hear the song, visual comes. According to it, I'll go it. Other than that, God, that's it.
What sort of preparation goes into it? I'm sure you prepare mentally for it, but from a choreographer's perspective, you could tell us the kind of preparation, the homework that goes into it.
Of course, we will take the song whenever the song is ready. When the song comes, we'll hear it. When the visual comes, according to visual, whatever I want, I tell them. I want this, that, X, Y, Z, property, location. Even the locations also I will tell sometimes according to it. If it's a dream song, it's a different. If it is a real song like going now, it's a different according to the film goes. But if I am comfortable, that way only I will do it. Yeah.
Are trends changing in choreography? Are you adapting to them? Because I see that there is a unique style to you. So if the trends are changing and if you're also following the trends, then how are you merging your style of choreography with the current trends?
See, I have to merge, as you tell, the trend is changing. I have to change according to it. So when the song is hit, we are changing, we think. If the song is flop, we are not changing. That's it. I can't go with the flow.
So personally, did you like the story of Kanappa? Are you excited to see the film?
It's not like a story, it's a real story. It's not like, everybody loves it. It's a real story. How it is possible is the thing. And as he told many stories. Now, even I was thinking. Then they told he is the incarnation of Arjun. So many stories are there. If you go with Kanappa, it will go. You can do 100 movies in that. Sub-stories like that. It's a great story.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for speaking to us on DD India. So that was a conversation with the man who spells magic with his hand and feet, Prabhu Deva, the great entertainer. Niharika Raizada, a young French-speaking Indian actress, walked the red carpet in Cannes. A polyglot, she launched trailers of her 3 upcoming films as well. Take a look. Niharika Raizada, the first French-speaking actress of Indian origin who is now looking to stitch up her first co-production with France, is joining me here in Cannes. Welcome, Niharika, to DD India. What are you wearing today?
Today I am wearing Richa Havre's design dress. Her brand name is Rajkumari. She has personally customized this outfit for me for the red carpet. Thank you so much, Richa, for making me so beautiful. So many people have been clicking photos, and I'm very excited to wear your outfits. It's really making me feel very nice.
Niharika, how was your experience walking down the red carpet? Was it your first time here in Cannes?
Yes, this 77th Cannes Film Festival has been my very first. And I think it's everyone's dream who's in the cinema world to be a part of Cannes Film Festival. So I'm living my dream right now. I've always been an avid fan of cinema in general, and I think Cannes really puts the spotlight for the world for cinema.
Tell us more about Madam Kama.
Oh my, so I have started a production house under my grandfather's name. It's called Raizada Entertainments. And the very first theatrical release that we will have from Raizada Entertainments is called Madam Kama. It's a film which talks about how the Indian flag was developed and what it took to make the Indian flag as we know it today. So it's a story about the Tiranga, very important to India, very important to me. And Madam Kama is an incredible lady, but there are many people who are going to be showcased in the film. I'm using her as the main pivotal character, but the hero of my film is the flag.
Adrika, Mercy and Being Alive. These are 3 movies in which you are playing the lead role as the female lead. So the posters and trailers we've seen already, they've been launched here in Cannes. Tell us about them and your role in each of them.
So I think everyone's dream has always been to come to Cannes, not just to do fashion, but to also showcase films. I'm very lucky as an Indian actress and a Luxembourgish actress to showcase 3 films of mine, 2 features, 1 short. Adrika is a Malayalam film. It is my debut in Malayalam cinema, and I hope to be able to do more South films like Telugu and Tamil in the future. Mercy is a very beautiful family drama. It discusses a very interesting topic called euthanasia. In our country, we only have passive euthanasia, but in our film you will really feel an emotional connect on how a family deals with a euthanasia case. Then we have a short film with my very favorite Rajpal Yadav. It's called Being Alive, and it's a very rhetorical question that if you are alive, are you actually living or are you actually dead? So it's a really lovely theme. And all these 3 films, I thank all my directors, Abhijit Adya for Adrika, Chandrakant Singh for Being Alive, and Mithul Shah, who is merely 21 years old. He is the youngest director I have ever worked with in my life, and I have got to say that he's very talented.
You are the granddaughter of K.P. Nayarji, the legendary Indian musician. Tell us about how were your growing up years, how was your upbringing, and does belonging to the family really help you in moving forward in your career?
So I'm very proud to belong to a musical heritage. Even Saregama did a couple of nights at Cannes, and I'm very happy that I'm here when they did that. They launched Shan's son. Shan is one of my guardian angels. I love him to bits, and I'm very proud of his son. Music has been a part of our family for many years, and I think even when I make cinema, I make it musically, or I think musically. So Openerji, one of the greatest music directors we've ever had in our country, he's very famous for being the rhythm king of India. And Asha Bhosle ji and Guru Dutt, Muhammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar, there's not a single person who has not interacted with him or worked with him. Similarly, I hope that my journey in the film industry would be as illustrious as his, because I think that he's lived, I think, one of the most iconic musical lives that they could ever have lived. I hope I live a similar life.
Thanks, Niharika, for speaking to us on DD India, and all the very best to you.
Thank you so much, Munmun, for having me.
Pleasure. So that was a conversation with Niharika. She is a polyglot and belongs to a family with musical heritage. With cameraman YK Loknath, this is Munmun Bhattacharya from Cannes for DD India. Much like Met Gala in New York this year, where the focus was on ensembles worn by celebrities that were created by Indian artisans, an Indian entrepreneur walked the red carpet in Cannes in a sari with Zardozi work. Take a look.
This sari is made by our Indian weavers, Indian handloom weavers. This is Zardozi work, beautifully done, very clean and neat work. It takes a lot of time for weavers to weave this. We used to wear Zardozi on our special days like weddings, receptions and other Indian festivals. But today I wore this beautiful sari on the red carpet of Cannes.
That's it in this edition of Bharat at Cannes. We'll see you again tomorrow with more action from the Cannes Film Festival and India's participation in it. Until then, goodbye and thanks for watching.